Welcome. My name is Peter Strong, and I provide psychotherapy via Skype. Psychotherapy over Skype is a very good way of getting the help that you need to overcome patterns of anxiety or to deal with ongoing depression, or even for help with recovery from an addiction. Many people prefer taking a more self-help approach to working with psychological problems such as anxiety and depression. And that's, I think, a very good movement. Typically, you will gain much more benefit if you see yourself as the being in charge of the process of change, rather than going to a therapist and taking on the role of a patient, for example. That tends to put you in a weaker position and can actually get in the way of change. So I prefer encouraging a much more empowered approach in which you are directing your own process of transformation and healing. The mindfulness therapy approach that I offer during these online Skype therapy sessions is particularly effective for working with anxiety and depression in this way. The focus is really on teaching you two very essential skills. The first is learning how to change the nature of your relationship to your emotions. And the second approach that we teach during these mindfulness therapy sessions is learning how to investigate and change the actual structure of the emotion, the actual process that operates habitually to create anxiety or depression. So in the first approach, the first part of mindfulness therapy, it's all about establishing the right kind of relationship with your emotions. We have to break the habits of avoidance and resistance or aversion. Avoidance and aversion are your worst enemies. These prevent anxiety or depression from changing and healing. We have to actually learn to do the opposite of avoidance and aversion. We have to learn to embrace our emotions in full consciousness and with a quality of friendship. We need to learn to see our emotions as being parts of ourselves that are in pain and that require our help. They require you to develop a relationship based on compassion with your anxiety or depression or other emotions. This is what promotes change. And with all of the clients that I have worked with over the years, I have found this to be the most essential predictor of change. And that is when you can begin to establish a friendly relationship with your anxiety or depression or painful emotions without becoming overwhelmed and without becoming reactive, then the emotions will change very substantially. They need this quality of relationship in order to heal. So you have to learn how to become a friend to your emotions and really learn to see the emotions as being like visitors, as being parts of you that are in pain and that need your conscious and compassionate help in order to change. The second part of the mindfulness therapy approach that works so well for psychotherapy online is learning how to change the structure of the emotions. So all emotions have a structure, and that structure is based on imagery. How you see the emotion or the thoughts in the mind is what actually determines the intensity of that emotion. So this is a vital factor that we investigate during the therapy sessions together. We start to actually investigate how your emotions work and what kind of imagery is creating those emotions. And the more you learn about the imagery of the emotion, the more you can change that imagery. And when you change that imagery, you change the emotion. So this is quite an essential part of the transformation and healing process, is working with emotional imagery. So if you'd like to learn more about psychotherapy via Skype, if you'd like to learn more about mindfulness therapy and how it can help you, simply go to my website and contact me. And we can schedule a Skype therapy session at a time that works for you. I look forward to hearing from you and helping you overcome anxiety and depression or addictions through psychotherapy through Skype. Thank you.